Now, what are some of the causes of software defect? Another practical questions though, it might be asked that explain me why do software defects arise, or what are some of the causes of defect? So the first thing could be, the requirements are not clear. The requirements are not articulated well. That's the entry point of something, right? So if the requirements are not articulated well, there is not more information or appropriate information, relevant information mentioned in the requirement, that may be one of the cause of the defect. Now, if these requirements are not cleaned and cleared right up front before the development starts, with those unclear requirement, development will happen, developers will code according to that, and obviously that product is not going to fit customers' need. So that is the first and foremost thing. You can answer that maybe because of the unclear requirement or unclear understanding about the software purpose. So when we say software purpose, it is important to understand why the software is being built, or whenever you go in any project, right? You need to understand why you are working in that particular project, what is the purpose of this particular project and the application, what it will solve, or what is the problem statement and what this particular application is going to solve for its customer. So understanding who are the customers, first thing for your application, okay, in whichever project you are working, that's the first and foremost thing. And second thing is understanding that whether these requirements that you are reading now are actually articulating the right level of personas and the flow that will ensure that those end user requirements will be met, right? Or end customers need will be met, right? So unclear understanding is another cause of software defect. So if there is unclear understanding about the software purpose, then obviously the real purpose of the software won't be met. Now, another thing is miscommunication within team. This is very common. If your team is not working in a collaborative way, there is a blame game and there is a miscommunication, then that is another cause, because developers doing something, they are not taking inputs from the tester, and then tester is just not providing proactively input. That is another problem because of which defects can arise. Then obviously mistakes by people, right? So it doesn't matter how streamlined your processes are, how collaboratively you work, but then there are few mistakes that happen during that process. Everyone is human being. Mistakes happen in the requirement phase, in the design phase, in the development phase, in the testing phase as well. You can miss some of the defects. It's pretty obvious, right? So because of the mistakes or misunderstanding during that SDLC, there might be defects. Less skilled team. So if you're building, very complex application and you do not have the right skill set within the team, obviously the defects can arise because the team is not skilled. Team will, learn something, they are not up to the mark, and because of that there will be defects. Then there might be external factors. For example, your system is all good, but when it's integrated with third-party system, the issues are in the third-party system. Integration interface is not going to work. So external factors could be the reason of the software defects as well.